Illegal wildlife trade is the fourth largest criminal industry in the world after arms, drugs, and human trafficking. And what those criminal industries share in common is the need to transfer their vast profits through the formal financial system, their reliance on corrupt actors in the public and private sector, and the abuse of licit services such as those provided by accountants and lawyers to help otherwise legitimate businesses thrive within the global economy. The most obvious key vulnerability is the general lack of awareness at a global level that illegal wildlife trade is a predicate offence to money laundering in many jurisdictions. And so whilst we've seen the work of the Financial Action Task Force and various Financial Action Task Force style regional bodies drawing attention to this as a high proceed generating offence, there is a long way to go before we have achieved what we need to see, which is actual financial investigations taking place and an increase in suspicious activity reporting by the private sector. We need financial institutions to be taking the same effort that they take with other forms of predicate offence when it comes to environmental crime, perceiving the same risk as relates to potentially transferring or handling the proceeds of crime. And there needs to be an acceptance that this is not an ESG issue. This is a criminal and anti-money laundering issue. Neither the public nor the private sector can tackle illegal wildlife trade in isolation. They both need one another to increase the flow, volume, and visibility of financial intelligence related to actors engaged in illegal wildlife trade and various illegal wildlife trade cases. What we need to see from the financial sector and other regulated entities is increased efforts to report and detect suspicious activity related to illegal wildlife trade. And in turn, we need commitment from policymakers and from law enforcement that financial investigations will be undertaken and prioritised in illegal wildlife trade cases to make sure that that reporting is being used to the greatest effect. I would reiterate that all threat assessments need to be evidence-based and highly tailored to the actual context that a financial institution or other regulated entity is operating in. So we need to move away from the assumption that illegal wildlife trade only involves certain types of products or certain types of actors. And instead, we need to see institutions investing proper resources in understanding their exposure in terms of the products that they offer, the types of clients that they offer services to, and the geographies that they are operating in. And it's essential that when conducting a threat assessment, we remember that the movement of the products themselves does not necessarily mirror the movement of the proceeds. So we can't just rely on seizure statistics to understand our exposure within a particular geography.